Let's talk some more about patterns. All right. First off, do you remember what is a pattern? If you say repeat, you are right. A pattern repeats over and over, again and again, on and on. A pattern repeats. It is something that repeats. And we talked about patterns before. When I go line, 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 I am repeating, and it is a very, very simple pattern because patterns repeat. But it's not what we're used to. We want fancier patterns like line, circle, line, circle, line, circle, line, circle, line, circle. In math class, we call this an A-B pattern. We have one thing and then another, one thing and then another, one thing and then another, one thing and then another. And we can make, as artists, these patterns grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And we can just keep adding and adding and adding to them. There's lots of ways to make the pattern grow. All right. Today, we want to look at a specific type of pattern. We're going to be talking about what are called symmetrical patterns. And if you remember back when we talked about our normal patterns, we said when I did circle, circle, that it did repeat. So it is a pattern. It just happens to be a baby pattern, just the beginning of a pattern. And you're going to find that a lot with symmetrical patterns. Because in symmetrical patterns, you have a middle point, sort of like a line running down your paper. And what's on one side, you put on the other. So if I go circle over here, I go circle over here, and I repeat it. And because I repeat, that is a pattern. If I put a pointy shape out on this side, I don't put the pointy shape going towards the middle on this side. Instead, I put a backwards pointy face pointing out on the other side. And that helps make it symmetrical. Whatever I put on one side goes on the other. But did you notice how it kind of looks backwards? So if I made the letter P on this side, I have to do a backwards letter P on the other side. How about that? It's starting to look a little strange now. In symmetrical, whatever I put on one side, I have to do the backward image on the other side. I have to repeat, but I repeat in what's called a mirror image. I'm flipping it over. All right, so let's play around with some symmetrical patterns today. All right, so on your paper, you're either going to fold it down in half, and I've got a sheet of paper right here. All right, and I can show you. So we can either fold it in half, short and fat, or you can fold it in half, long and skinny. Does it really matter? Nope, not at all. You get to decide which way you like it best. I think I'm going to go with the short, fat way, just so that I have more room right here. And I'll use some of my magnets to help me hold that up there for you. Now, as I get ready to draw, I can use the crease line that I made, or I could just simply put some dashed lines down the crease line, or you can simply draw straight down it with a marker and put a line down in your paper. Whatever works best for you to help you see one side and then the other. All right, so I'm going to use it like this so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit easier. Typically, if I'm doing my own drawing, I would just use the crease line. I wouldn't be darkening it up. But this will make it easier for you to see, so I'll use it this way for today. All right, so again, in symmetrical, I am repeating, I am making a pattern, but I'm making just sort of simple baby patterns. I am doing one thing, and then I am doing the reverse on the other side. So I'm going to go back and put a circle on this one, which means I'm going to put a circle on this side. And if I put a diagonal or a line over here, I've got to do, let me think. What do I have to do? A diagonal on the other side. Should it go here? No, then it would be close to the middle. Has to be on the outside. Do I just put a diagonal on the outside? Let's see, it's pointing down low and it starts up high. So my diagonal should be over here on this side. Is that how yours looks too? Good job. All right, next, I'm going to put a C shape down here. So I have to do a backwards C shape over on this side. And if I put a few little lines, 1, 2, 3, I need to put 1, 2, 3 on the other side. Whatever I do to one side, I must repeat on the other side. All right, so I am playing around. I'm going to do a big C shape over here, and I'll do another big C shape over here. Again, whatever I do to one side, I'm repeating on the other. I'm creating what's called a symmetrical pattern. Now I'll put a line coming out on this way, then I should put a line coming out on this way. If I put a diagonal going up, I need to put a diagonal going up. I'm going to put a little line and then another little line. The more I add to it, the fancier it becomes. All right, I'm going to stop right there. Of course, you can add color to yours. If I put a green circle down here, what must I do? You're right, a green circle over on the other side. Whatever I add to one side, I must repeat it on the other. If I put some diagonals on this side, oh, now look what they're doing. They're starting out and coming in, starting out and coming in the same way. No, they got to be backwards, remember. So they start at the top and come down to the bottom. So we're putting that backwards image there. All right, would you create your own symmetrical pattern today? Have fun, and if you get a chance, send me a picture of one of your symmetrical pattern designs. Have a great day.